All right. Well, this I got this down. All right. Start this intro to the video. All right. Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Sal. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel. Welcome to another video. I know I have not made a video in a long time. I know for a lot of you on this channel, American Horror Story probably isn't like what you want to see, but like, hey, I'm gonna have to review this because I haven't reviewed the whole season of American Horror Story like I said I would. But I'm gonna review the season finale and the season overall of American Horror Story because honestly, I'll get to what I think about this season at the end of this review. But let's get through this episode real quick. So basically, I'm going to give you a brief summary of this episode. This episode was really good. It was the finale of American Horror Story, season 7, Cult. The episode started off with Kai in prison because if in the last episode, Kai got arrested. Kai basically was in prison. She was doing the pinky thing. He was doing the pinky thing with one of the officers, and I'm like, oh god, the officer is in it too. Great. So that's basically how the show starts. Kai ends up being in a little thing. We get a flashback before Kai got arrested. We basically see Kai talking to his men like, oh, we're gonna kill some babies, all this kind of stuff. In the previous episode, he was talking about how he and his cult are gonna kill babies and kill all the pregnant women in the world, like 1,000 pregnant women or something. Ended up coming down to 100 pregnant women, but they're still gonna kill pregnant women. And he's freaking out because it's like, oh my god, where's Speedwagon? And Speedwagon's like his right hand man. Little did he know, Speedwagon is basically in on it. He's basically working for the FBI. They're like, they bugged him or whatnot. So Speedwagon basically is working with the FBI. Allie finds us out, stabs Speedwagon, which I'm actually surprised she killed Speedwagon. I don't really know why she did that, but she killed Speedwagon probably to show Kai how committed she is. I already knew for a fact that Allie is not really in this cult. She's just basically in it to take Kai down from the inside, which basically she did. So basically, everything comes into fruition. Allie gets Kai at his most vulnerable point, thinking he's hot shit, whatnot. She leaves the house. She goes to the FBI truck and she's like, go, go, go. And I'm like, yes. FBI come in, they throwing flashbangs, and all you see is Kai. It's like in slow motion. He's like, motherfucker, because Allie turned on him, and the police come, and FBI and SWAT team comes down with guns, and they're shooting all this henchmen, and Kai gets arrested. Beverly ends up getting arrested too because she was there, so they got to take her in for questioning. So she gets arrested, but she doesn't get tried for anything. I think Kai gets tried. He gets tried for murder and leading a cult, whatnot. So that all happens. Then we get a flash forward to Allie. This is now present day. Allie's running her restaurant. Doing her little thing. She has a new girlfriend now. I forgot. I don't know her name. It's pretty irrelevant. Beverly Hope shows up. They have a little bit of a conversation. They're talking about how Allie's come so far and how she's such a strong woman, and she's a leading fighter for all the women across the world and all this kind of stuff. All that gush stuff. There was one particular part in the conversation that her and what's the name, Beverly had, where she was like, yeah, Kai pled guilty for all the murders except for Ivy. He said that he didn't murder Ivy, that you murdered Ivy because you wanted revenge. And she played it so well. She's like, yeah, she's like, no, Kai killed. She basically she's like, she's like, how upset were you when Kai killed Ivy out of your face? She's like, I was so upset. I'm still trying to get over it. She basically made it seem like Kai killed Ivy, which we all know Allie killed Ivy, and you can see it in her face. Beverly's like, bitch, you lying. Why you lying to me? You know damn well you killed Ivy, but she playing off like, I believe you, and I know that women can kind of be vengeful and all this kind of stuff. She basically is like, look, I'll be on your side through and through, but I know you killed Ivy, but it's fine. It's fine. I understand why you did. So Beverly ain't saying nothing. She ain't a snitch. But she invites her to little Ozzy's party because Ozzy's having a birthday party, and that's when she gets a call from Mr. Anderson. Kai Anderson calls Allie why does Allie and Ivy have to be so similar together? Like, I don't understand that. She gets a call from Kai, and Kai's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you when I get out of here, bitch. All this other stuff, and just yelling and screaming, like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna make sure I do it right in front of Ozzy and all this other shit. And Allie's just taunting him. And Allie, she doesn't care. She goes back to doing her thing because she doesn't think much of it. At least we don't think she thinks much of it. So then one of the guards, the guard that was doing the whole pinky thing with them in the very beginning of the episode, she tells Kai to calm down. He does. They go back to his cell, and he is banging the guard, and I'm like, American Horror Story just couldn't help themselves. They just had to throw in a sex scene. I mean, I'm mature about it. It's nature, it's whatever. But American Horror Story just love to have sex in there in the show. But they kept it to the middle of the season, so I'm gonna give them credit where credit is due. Usually, American Horror Story they do sex scenes every single episode. They like the Hotel was just insane with sex scenes. This season, they really didn't do a lot of sex, so I was pretty cool about that. Like I said, I'm pretty comfortable watching sex scenes. It's just that American Horror Story just had a bad habit of doing it so often that seeing them not do it as often as they used to is just like really refreshing and whatnot. In the midst of them having sex, she's watching. Kai is watching Allie, and this is where the turning point came in for me. Is Allie is now running for Senate. Yes, Allie, the person who was going up against Kai, the person who was originally running for Senate, is now running for Senate. And at this very moment, I didn't even need to watch the rest of the episode. I'm like, Allie's running for Senate means she's basically going to become Kai in the end. There's no way. This came full circle. Like I knew, I had a feeling that they were doing this whole build up to Allie, taking down Kai or whatnot. But in the back of my head, I'm like, maybe, just maybe, they're doing this as a way to have Allie kill Kai, and then Allie becomes the leader. But I'm like, nah, I don't think they're gonna do that. And then right here, I'm like, you know what? She's gonna become a leader. She's gonna become a leader of a cult. I see it happening right now. So she's like, yeah, I'm running for Senate. And I'm like, bitch, why are you trying to become the new Kai? Like, after all these things he's done to you, you really gonna do this? Why are you gonna do this to me? You were such a good baby face. Why you turning heel, Allie? Allie just basically turned heel. So basically, she turned heel. Yeah, definitely. So basically, in the midst of that, Allie is like, oh wait, hold on, I got some comments. Chris Brown, DJ the GOAT, Alec Freely. Are you a robot? Oh my god, I'm not a robot, dude. I'm talking, I swear. I'm not a robot. I hope I'm not a robot. That'd be kind of disappointing. So I believe Allie, she's talking to Beverly, and she's like, oh, why am I not in the lead? And she's basically like, well, you're not in the lead because when people see you, they see Kai, and which makes a lot of sense. She's like, they see you, they see Kai because Kai's still alive and all this kind of stuff. And that kind of plays into, oh, well, maybe you should go and see some of Kai. Allie's like, we're just going to keep on trudging on. And this is where we see the scene where Kai is in the, I believe he's in the boiler room or kitchen with the guard and one of the guys at the beginning of the episode. Excuse me. And the guy's like, and Kai basically asked the guy to get the same tattoos as Kai. And at that point, I'm like, something about to happen, and Kai about to get out. And he basically kills the guy, and he mutilates his face so that way people can think that, Kai got killed and his face was just mutilated. Don't worry, Chris Brown, I see you. I see you in the comment section right now. I really can't really talk right now because I'm trying to remember all the show, and my comprehension with remembering stuff immediately is very bad. So I have to really explain it right now, otherwise I want to forget it. So Kai basically gets out with the guard, and I'm like, oh Lord, he about to go and kill Allie. So then the next scene comes up at Allie. She's doing the whole Senate thing. Beverly goes to her. Beverly is now basically her manager, her what's it called? Not her assistant, not an intern. I don't want to say apprentice. What's the right word? If Allie's running for Senate, and then I'm just gonna say Beverly's basically her manager. You know, feeding her all information, telling her where she's at and the holes, whatnot. Basically, Beverly breaks to her like, "Oh, Kai's dead. So he got his face mutilated," and Allie looks at her like, "I feel like this is a setup." And Allie basically at this point already knows like Kai got out, and this is just a fucking setup. So Allie proceeds to just go about her debate, going about her Senate, talking about, you know, we're tired, like, you know, we need women to stand up and start this revolution. And basically she's spouting all this stuff that Kai would spout, except she's putting women in the place of men. And just instead of being like Democrat or Republican, she's starting her own little party. And I'm like, she is just becoming Kai. Like, yeah, this is amazing. I didn't want this to happen, but as it was happening, I'm like, this is amazing. She's really becoming Kai right now. Like, full circle, and just like, boom, that is what I thought was going to happen. And it is happening at the very end when I thought it was going to happen. I'm like, oh, she's becoming Kai. But then Kai ends up being at the house. He ends up becoming what happened? Some guy asked a question. He's like, I have a question. And then Allie's like, who is it? And who's asking the question? He's like, Kai Anderson. And everyone turns their head, everyone starts ducking, and he starts coming up there. He's walking to the thing, and the lady, the guard, she's sitting in the front row. She gives him the gun. I'm like, oh Lord, he about to kill Allie. Even though in the back of my head, I'm like, he's not gonna kill Allie. Allie about to kill him. So basically, Kai goes up there. He's talking his shit. He's like, yeah, you ain't shit, bitch. You ain't shit. Women ain't shit. They should go back in the kitchen and make me sandwiches. And what else? I'm the world leader. You know, normal Kai stuff. While he has a gun up in her face, you know, about to shoot her. And Allie just isn't phased at all. Like, not in the slightest is she phased by this. Not scared, just expressionless. Just, I'm like, this is a setup. Allie, as I'm watching this and I'm watching Allie's face and she's not showing any fear whatsoever that she's about to die, I'm like, Kai's being set up right now. Someone set Kai up, and I'm like, I don't know who, I don't know how she's going to do it, but Kai's being set up right now. So P goes to shoot her, and the gun's not loaded. And I'm like, oh, shit. And Allie looks at the guard, and the guard looks at her, and I'm like, damn. And then it's a cut scene, and we see Allie talking to the guard like, you know, this is just a set. This is just Kai's way of getting people on his side. Kai doesn't give a shit about you. Kai just is only in it for himself. He's killed his sister. He's killed his brother. He just does not care. He's only in it for himself. He's not loyal to anyone else. He has loyal people, but they end up dying. They end up being killed by him. They're killed in the name of him. Like, he kills them. He doesn't care for any other life, human being but himself. That's all he cares about. And these words basically speak to her, and she sides with Allie at the end of the day. So it's basically it was just so amazing how this is all unfolded. She has this biggest shit-eating grin on her face, and Kai's like, say something. Say something. He's like yelling, and Allie's like, there's something more and she's like, there's something more disturbing than what's it called? What did she say? She says there's something more disturbing than a damn, why can't I remember the line? There's something more disturbing than a humiliated man, and that's a nasty woman. And then Beverly shoots Kai, and I'm like, ah! I love it. It was the best. I wish Allie would have done it, but, you know, they were basically building up to Beverly and, you know, how she became part of the code, and, you know, how she was supposed to be the de facto second command, and how it didn't work out, and Kai put her in the kitchen and make her making sandwiches, and basically I had her as Kai's bitch, and then she gets the final kill, and I'm like, you know what, I'll accept it. I wanted it to be Allie, but I'll accept Beverly, because Beverly, she been through it as well. So Beverly can take it. Beverly can take that kill. I'll let her have it. I was pretty satisfied. And then we get the final shot. You know, Allie's basically won, as we all expected. She did what Kai couldn't. once again, becoming Kai. So she's basically talking to Ozzy, and Ozzy's like, "Oh, is it all over?" She's like, "Yeah, it's all over." And he's like, "Yeah, you won." He's like, "Yeah, I'm won." He's like, "You're not gonna be controlling, are you? Like Kai was." And she's like, "No, none of that Kai stuff is ever gonna happen again. You don't have to worry." And she gives Ozzy back, the twisty clown that she originally didn't like at the very beginning of the series. Now she's okay with the clown. She gives it right back to the little Ozzy and has his sleep with it. And I'm like, next thing you know, she about to dye her hair blue. She about to start killing motherfuckers. Like, oh my god. Well, how's this? I'm just sitting here like, and something about to happen in this last scene. I'm like, how's this last scene gonna go? If she dyes her fucking hair blue, I'm gonna be done. And in the very last scene, you see her applying makeup and putting on the damn hood that those chicks put on in episode 7, that throwaway episode, and that I'm not being really much of a throwaway episode. Those chicks from episode 7, the Valerie chick, and we died like the women's revolution basically thing. They went around killing a bunch of men, trying to make a name for herself. Well, she put on a damn hood that Kai killed the Bebe, the leader of the whole chick thing. She put on her hood and she basically became the leader of the chick thing. She became a leader of the fucking cult. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So, full circle, this is how it went. Allie, scared little girl, being tormented by Kai, the leader. We went all around this circle of Allie just being tormented and tormented and tormented and tormented. And then she finally got a grip on herself. And she finally was exacting revenge, getting revenge on her wife, getting revenge on every single person in the whole series until she got to Kai and got Kai arrested. Kai made his way out only because she set Kai up to get killed by Beverly. And then in the end, she got intertwined just like Kai. Beautifully dubbed by American Horror Story. They made a comeback. I wrote American Horror Story off after season 6. The last good season, in my opinion, was season 4. And I know I said this about season 5 and 6, like, oh, season 5 and 6 were good seasons. And then, a little bit later on, I decided against it because I watched it back and I'm like, I didn't think it was that good. But honestly and truly, after watching 5 and 6, and they weren't good, season 7, there wasn't anything supernatural. There weren't any ghosts. There weren't any of that voodoo shit from season 3. There wasn't any of that alien stuff from season 2 or the horror or the murder house from season 1. Or there was Twissy the Clown from season 4, but he was only a minor role and didn't incorporate anything to the storyline almost at all. None of that hotel, ghost, and vampire bullshit from season 5 or any of the Roanoke shit from season 6. No, it was just straight up realism, the whole entire show. Like, at the beginning, I thought it was kind of like, Allie's hallucinating or they're ghost or something, but then it ended up being real. Like, it was real murders happening, real clowns is going on killing people. And the message that the show was sending about how people just felt victim to Trump's plan, and how this season was basically just how the election unfolded and how everyone just played into this big political game. And it was so true. It was really true. I can't even really explain it that well. Someone else could explain it better than me. Basically, this whole season was just a political game that we all played in 2016. And I didn't think I was going to like it, but at the end of the day, I loved every second of it. Hotel, I liked it. I liked it for the most part. Roanoke, I liked it for the most part, but I loved every second of Cult up until episode 7. But then this episode made episode 7 matter, and that is what a show should do. They should make every episode matter, and that is what happened. Every episode mattered up until the very last point. And for that reason, American Horror Story season 7 is going to be in my top 3 favorite seasons of American Horror Story. I think I'm going to rank it 2, 3, then 7. 7 is in my top 3 favorite American Horror Story seasons. If you guys have not watched Cult, make sure you go watch it. I highly recommend it. It was a really good season. I might even watch it again. Who knows? To see if I missed anything. Really, really good writing from the team. They played into everything that, the cults and all this kind of stuff. They did the research on Jim Jones and Charles Manson and all those guys. They did the research. Kai, every character was really good. I think Ivy was a backstabbing bitch at the end of the day, and she deserved to die. I thought that Kai was a manipulative and a really good cult leader that was very reminiscent of Charles Manson. And at the end of the day, he basically did become Charles Manson up until he died, because Charles Manson really was still alive. You had Winter, who was basically Kai's sister and right-hand woman. She was two-faced as hell. You never know whose side she was truly on, even though at the end of the day, she was always on Kai's side. And Allie just becoming feeble, scared woman into badass, now leader of Senate state, now cult leader. Beautifully played out story by American Horror Story. Once again, I highly recommend you guys go back and watch this season. This season gets an A+, 2 thumbs up for me. So thank you guys for watching this. I know I did not review the whole season of American Horror Story like I promised, but the reviews don't get really good views on this channel to begin with, so I don't know what you expected. But I did have to review this because I did think this was a good season and it was a really good episode. So I'm sad that this is ending. The season's ending. But I am much looking forward to American Crime Story, especially because American Crime Story Season 1 with the O.J. Simpson trial was just excellent. Everything was just edited great. It had great documentation. It had all the great actors, and everything in that worked great. So I am very much having high expectations for American Crime Story, the assassination of Gianni Versace. I'm very much looking forward to this. Maybe I'll do a review of the first episode. If that goes well, I'll start reviewing the rest of the season. We're gonna try that. We're gonna review the first episode, see how that goes, and if it goes well, we're gonna review the rest of the season. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me real quick, let me check the comments, see if you guys said anything that I should be paying attention to. I just moved my camera because it was standing on my mouse pad the whole time. And want my mouse pad to get all stuck in position. I got one dislike. I think this is because I wasn't really paying attention to Chris Brown. Sorry, Chris Brown. I wasn't paying attention to you, but I was trying to review, dude. Sorry. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this. I love you guys. And I'll see you all later. Peace out. And always, make sure whenever you want to tell the truth, hand over your pinky. I was supposed to tune out then. Peace out.